This nibble originally aired on RSBANDB Update, episode 849, Croesus the Fungi. Enjoy. Okay, so, it's been sunshine and roses so far, but I'm going to ruin everyone's day now. Because the Treasure Hunter changes came out this week. And I'm going to be 100% honest. This is a case of Jagex walking into the room and there being $100 sitting on the table, and they didn't take the money. They didn't take the money.
Yeah.
This was a huge opportunity that has been missed. So, we knew this was coming because of the Hearts of Ice changes, but the main thing that this brings is probability disclosure as well, in terms of showing what the rarity is on all
More
the prizes.
clarity.
Removing blind chance. And this is one of the big things that we discussed with Mod Warden last year, and he said he was committed to doing, and I commend him and the team for doing this. But this is also a huge missed opportunity, because this is just tweaking Treasure Hunter in a way, and I'll go through what an alternate form would look like in just a minute. But first and foremost, Hearts of Ice have gone. They've been converted to oddments. I don't think anybody is going to be disappointed about that. I think there might have been some...
I'm disappointed about that.
Oh, really?
Solely from the fact that the conversion wasn't done properly. There are Iron Men who cannot have Hearts of Ice who got a ton of oddments from this. I don't even know if they can get oddments normally. I had close to 10,000 Hearts of Ice and ended up with 1,600 oddments. There was not a one-to-one conversion. It seems that people were given random numbers, or that
it was supposed to be one
wrong.
oddment for every 5 Hearts of Ice.
Okay, in that case,
Then
I might
round
be
down.
on the mark. But it seems like at least some Iron Men, some other people, there were some conversion issues.
How many
that
Hearts of
happened
Ice
with
did you
that.
say you had?
I believe I had close to 10,000. Like I have not used them since. The last time I looked, I was at 9,000 some odd hundreds, and I did only end up with 1,600 oddments out of this. So it was definitely less than a 1 to 5, which is fairly close. I thought it was a 1 to 1.
According to that,
which
you would have about
makes me feel way better.
12,800 oddments, or Hearts of Ice.
From a 12 to 1 from a 5 to 1 to 9,000, that would be 1,800. 7.5 to 1 would give me 1,200. But I mean, again, not a huge deal. I'm sitting on a pretty big pile of oddments. I don't use them very often, but
Anyways.
yeah, visually,
Anyways.
yes. Go on.
Lots of people, I was wondering if this was just a display issue, but I guess if there are these problems out there, we'll have to watch and see if something is done on that, so we'll put a bookmark in that one for next week. Skilling outfits, Slayer masks, Wicked Hood tokens, the 200 million coin prize has been replaced by 50 million coin prize. Brilliant Alchemist fragments and all cosmetic items, except those related to a current promotion, have been removed from Treasure Hunter. And they will have added giant stars and giant lamps, a huge coin pouch, which now scales based on your total level, and more portable packs. They've also upped the oddment conversion value by 25% for commons, 20% for fairly commons and uncommons, 20% for rares, and 15% for very rares. And lamps for skills that go to 120 will also now scale based on that. So for archaeology, dungeoneering, slayer, farming, and herblore, and invention.
Which is, I mean, you're getting many hundreds of thousands of XP per lamp for those huge lamps on those skills now. Think old dungeoneering challenges.
So here's the problem. They got rid of Alice, and I thought, okay, you're getting rid of Alice. Take this one step further and rebrand this away from Treasure Hunter, because Treasure Hunter is a toxic name. Nobody who has an issue with microtransactions likes the name Treasure Hunter. If you want to build goodwill, the correct response here would have been to rebrand away from Treasure Hunter. And what I have done, and everybody can read this in the show notes at update.rsbnb.com, is I've taken their news post and I've edited their news post and just changed the language around a bit. And there's only one thing that I added to this that's in blue that wasn't in the previous post. Effectively, what I have done with this is I've used the same changes that they made and just applied a slight rebranding for it. And I'll just read the first couple paragraphs of this, and you guys can tell me which one you like better. So rather than just changes to Treasure Hunter, or Treasure Hunter changes, the news post title becomes Treasure Hunter is going away. Greetings, adventurers. Many of you will have been following the gradual alternations we've been making to Treasure Hunter over the last couple of years or so as we work towards building a better experience for everyone. Now we're ready to bring you the news that Treasure Hunter is being removed from the game. There's your pickup to get everyone's attention. The Treasure Hunter experience will disappear on Monday, September 27th, and in its place, we will be launching Time Chess. This is my rebrand that removed Blind Chance. Players have been crystal clear with us that Blind Chance needs to go away, and we need to be transparent with the kind of XP gain they'll earn as a result. Time Chess will communicate chances clearly and will offer improved prizes. And everything else after this, except for the conclusion, was effectively just replacing Treasure Hunter with Time Chests and treating this as an entirely new experience. And adding in that Treasure Hunter keys are also going to be 10% cheaper via the Oddments store, which is the one thing in blue that I put in that I don't really have the authority to put in here and say that this would, be something that they could definitely do. But I don't see how they couldn't have done a rebrand on this just to build some good community goodwill.
Yeah, I think some people are attached to it. I think, personally, I'm not a huge fan of clickbait titles like Treasure Hunter's going away. And we're changing how you get rewards from promotions. But I mean, yeah, and again, if they're going to do big changes to this, I agree that I think they've been leaving a lot of things on the table recently from a visual perspective. Yeah. Kind of like you're saying in terms of rebranding. I mean, I don't know if anybody has opened Treasure Hunter from that team in the last 2 months. I cannot comprehend if you have looked at that terrible particles that are like, you can see the square outside of the Treasure Hunter interface of where these particles are flying out of these chests that's just static in the background that looks so ugly. Like, this is your this is how you guys are making money, is this interface, and it looks like this? Like, what that part to me is really wild, that they're making all these changes to this, and they changed the interface, and they did not fix that display issue for this. Like, the core team it's responsible for this. See, I don't know. They seem to be leaving a lot of money on the table, like you say, for kind of the perception and And, I have long said that the main problem with Jagex's monetization through microtransactions isn't necessarily what they have on offer. It's in the delivery of how it's presented. And, I think it's at this point, Tanis, we go back to the stream where Mod Mike made his first debut.
Maybe I've been here long enough to have drunken the Kool-Aid, but no, I think that, to me, it makes a lot of sense. I like the punchy title just because I don't know. There's such a negative history with Treasure Hunter that I think that little extra could have went a long way.
Yeah, and I mean, unless you have a Steve Jobs in your company, the number one way to fix these problems is to just take them off the table and make them not problems anymore. You can find full episodes of RSBANDB Update right here on this YouTube channel. If you found this video useful or just enjoyed it, like and subscribe, or leave a comment.